Hey, so just real quick here, Anne, good friend of mine, was just on a webinar for her professional organization. Was speaking with some HR folks, and as we know, diversity, inclusion, equity has been such a big part of our narrative lately, and very highlighted. And something that I heard with all the years that I've been an advocate for diversity and working in diversity and inclusion and running programs, a startling statistic was shared in that call, and I just thought it was so important after the discussion to hop on with Anne and really share this narrative. What was said was that accent can lead to a 20% disparity in pay with people.
And that was cited specifically, that study is related to regional accent. So I'm talking about a Southern dialect, a New Yorker, maybe a Boston dialect, maybe you're working in a different part of our country, and just the perception. So if that's happening for our regional dialects, imagine what my clients who are bilingual, non-native English speakers, brilliant professionals, highly qualified, what they face in our job market and in the workplace.
Yeah.
So for those of the people listening that don't know me, my background is speech pathology, and I am a communication coach with a specialty in accent modification. So my passion is working with non-native English speakers and developing their executive presence and their communication skills. And today was a roundtable on the benefit of accent modification services for individuals and businesses. And Jay was completely shocked and appalled when he heard that statistic, as we all are.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, we talk about equity in pay, right? Like I've been just, the disparity between pay between men and women in similar roles with similar, experiences. Like it's just, we got to get past that, right? And I've been very outspoken about that. Same thing with races and different backgrounds. And then just hearing this, thinking, okay, we're not even talking about, somebody from another country who you just accept, they're from another country and they have this, like not even recognizing that they may not be speaking up, or they may not be even, sharing all their knowledge with an organization because they know that they're facing this unconscious bias. And then taking that to the fact that, hey, a Southerner in the Northeast, or, somebody from the Northeast in the South could actually be sitting there with a disparity in pay and the ability to speak up and the ability and confidence to go for a promotion was something that was just, new for me. And so I thought it was important that, we get this out. I am certainly going to add this to my dialogue with organizations. And
thank you.
Yeah. And thanks to Anne, for pointing me in the right direction for resources. And, Anne and I work together all the time. So this is something we're going to work on together, because I think what's important here would be to not only have that narrative at the corporate level, right? If a company is saying, yes, we want to support an inclusive environment, we support diversity, we support equity, and we want to do that, this needs to be added to that narrative. And then the tools that you bring to bear, and with people being able to say, hey, to an employee, if you have that inclusive environment, you can say to an employee, what's holding you back from speaking up? If they feel like they can say, well, God, I'm just not confident in my accent, well, then there are experts out there like you who can help them get past that. And that's somebody that could be a corporate, you can support these corporations, right? You can support these individuals. So, I think it's enlightening.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's so important too that people appreciate that accents and bias and discrimination, it's really in the ears and the eyes of the person listening. It's their perception. So we all have an accent. I have news for you. We all speak with an accent. Right. So the accent is really in the ear of the person listening.
Mm-hmm.
So when I train for cross-cultural communication, organizational trainings, it's really about appreciating the different cognitive communication styles that various cultures use, and how, by increasing awareness of that within your diverse workplace, collaboration improves. There's a cascading effect where you have your staff and they are now implored and able to communicate in a way where you see leadership skills blossom. You see all of these different traits that were just below the surface. So there's a lot of layers to this onion, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tell you, I am gonna share this with my network, because I think this is something that if it was as heavy as I've been in diversity and in inclusion and everything else, was an aha moment for me that hopefully this can unlock for some other individuals out there, and certainly something that we'll be able to take action, as part of our business and helping organizations and individuals. So, Ann, thanks for hopping on real quick and just doing this impromptu discussion that's timely and needed. So, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.